Statseeker network monitoring tool has been used by Fortune 500 companies for the last 20 years. We are unique in being able to monitor 1 million interfaces from a single device every 60 seconds and retain that data for as long as you need. What that means is that clients can see their entire network and have evidence to invest in expansion, to prove performance to users and clients, and it's all done in a cost-effective, straightforward, and fast way. You've got a lot of data available in less than an hour through the console or using the Statseeker embedded default dashboards. There's a whole range of data available or by default, plus custom types and custom polling systems. And all of these features together build a solution that's unmatched by anything else. So let's have a look at the software. In short, customers that have been using Statseeker for over a decade generally start with the console. That gives them quick access to historical data for any device or group they choose, and just with one click to get an overview of what's going on. The most sluggish performers, the biggest issues, mouse over whatever seems to be of concern. And if you know that's what you want to see in more detail, click to drill down. Viewing the last 24 hours gives you current data, but because Statseeker retains all of its information, we can look back over 60 days, over 90 days, or even over months and years, and see if the performance in this calendar view shows us it's normal, what we'd routinely expect, or something unusual. And that looks pretty normal. We can choose in reports if we want to see things like traps for specific groups. We can select it here. Again, quick to choose. If we're interested in things like unused interfaces, this is another feature that Statseeker users find uniquely useful. If you've got interfaces on the network that are unused, it could mean that you don't need to invest in more infrastructure. It also means when you go to site, you know exactly which interfaces you can connect to get onto the local network. So other than the console giving you access to everything, users these days often use the Statseeker dashboards. There's a default set built in out of the box, looking at the network, assets, MAC IP addresses. They all have embedded selectors, so you can choose which particular area is most interest to you. Let's say you're responsible only for the Berlin office. You might choose the Berlin firewall. All of the graphs and tables will update to show me what's there. And let's say I've got an area here of particular concern. Simply click and drag to drill down and see exactly what's happened there. Do I want to see one particular variable? Again, it's all just click and select. But let's say in this office, they had an issue, not just a few days ago, but a few months ago. Let's go back to the start of the year, 1st of January up to 8th of January. All of that data is still retained. So you can still see it and still prove what service you provided and what experience the customer should have had. You can choose your own preferences, dark or light. Do you want to make a playlist for knock centers, export snapshots? And if you want to drill down on maps or images of particular groups, it just takes a click. You can build your own dashboards to perform exactly what you're interested in. But one of the main things is with Statseeker, because we're retaining all of this data, we don't just have an unmatched baseline. You can even change it. And Statseeker has the intelligence to look out into the future and alert and warn you of thresholds and events in the future. We use a full 6 months worth of 1-minute granularity data to tell you what's going to be happening, so you can effectively capacity plan and you can be aware of problems and undertake preventative maintenance before anything goes wrong. And this kind of performance you only get from Statseeker.